know that old saying, when it rains, it pours? If I were to apply that metaphor for our lives this week, and if I'm being honest, the past few weeks, I changed the rain portion to a torrential downpour, and if there were any winds involved in our situation, they definitely felt hurricane force. Just when it appeared a break was on the horizon, a new and what felt an even stronger storm settled in. I will say I don't love everything about aging, but one thing that I have learned is that storms never last forever. And the funny thing about them is, while it seems like they're leaving destruction in their wake, when it's all said and done, the storms are inevitably a necessary part of nature's process. The sun will eventually eclipse the clouds, and the growth from the nourishment that the storm provided always eventually takes root. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. As always, I'm so grateful to have you join us. So I won't go into like an entire spiel. Our oldest has been having some scarier medical issues, so him and I spent the better part of the other night in the ER while Blake watched the other kiddos. On top of that, we just had an incident with Ivy and one of our neighbors. I don't know what the issue is with this neighbor. We've had Ivy for almost 3 years now. If you don't know who Ivy is, she's our giant dog that you see in almost every video, the most docile bear you could possibly meet. And something has happened, I guess, between her and this neighbor, and he was walking by our driveway, and anyway, it ended with him pepper spraying her. We didn't know she had been pepper sprayed. It got all over the kids as they were kind of hugging and petting her when we brought her in. To make it clear, she's never touched him or anything like that. He just has felt very intimidated by her. Apparently, things in the story don't necessarily make sense, but we just said we'll do anything to make it better. He just texted us that he was caring and ready to ultimately put an end to her if anything happened like that again. Our houses in our neighborhood are really spread apart. We're all live on pretty large acreages, so it kind of feels somewhat like a family unit, or at least it did. But I don't think I'm want to stay in a place with a neighbor that's like that. So I figured if I was willing to share the highlights of our family and honestly most of the goings on around here, I figured I could show the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't know, maybe this is for somebody if you're feeling alone. I just wanted to let you know that you're not. But anyway, if you didn't already think that I was crazy, now you have your complete validation. Welcome to the channel. It is definitely not always like this. I really got on to talk about how after Irish June's nap, we were going to hit up a few, hopefully, architectural salvage places. If you've been around for a minute, you know that we are about to build a treehouse. And likewise, if you've seen some of our episodes and our home, you know that we prefer new builds just because I love being creative, drawing the plans, completely having my hands all over the design plans. But all that said, I really, really love old historical things, and how I kind of mesh the two together is by making sure that I use old salvage pieces in our new builds. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing for the treehouse. I will say I'm a little late in that, as structurally you'll need to know the measurements of a lot of these pieces before the actual build begins. Actually, pretty long before it begins. But since this is a smaller project, I think we're going to be okay. Anytime I set out to look for architectural salvage goods in particular, I have very specific things that I'm looking for. I always try to keep my eyes open for any type of windows, old doors, pieces that could be repurposed for cabinetry or even kitchen islands. And I always really try to maintain an open mind and attempt to think outside of the box when it comes to looking at the potential of any piece that I might find. For instance, a beautifully carved headboard could be transformed into a really unique and equally as beautiful vent hood. While not every trip is a success, in fact, a lot of them aren't, diligence in your search is definitely the key.
Strolling far from home and horizon looking like a sunset dream. Midnight talking, water crashing, evening feeling like a postcard scene. 'Cause it's just us two, dancing with the moon, my arms wrapped around you. Moon is lighting, sea of diamonds.
If you've been around for a bit, you know I absolutely love bread making. Problem is, I stay inside of my lane. Hopefully that will be for not much longer, as Blake got me... You want a tis? So I don't think I could be much more excited than I am right now for one of my Valentine's gifts. Blake got me a spot in a class that teaches you how to make sourdough bread. I have wanted to make sourdough for all of eternity, but I've been absolutely terrified. So hopefully this will change all of that. The kiddos and Blake are playing pickleball and basketball outside, so I figured this would be the perfect time to kind of chat with y'all and finish up on the bread that we started making in class yesterday. I am armed with more information that I could possibly handle at this point, but I think as time goes on, I may eventually catch the drift. So all the exciting part has already been completed. I did some of it in class, some of it last night, and now it's basically just about ready to be popped into the oven. And this is probably the coolest part of the class. We got to take home some starter. And this starter was actually from the World Fair in 1908. Needless to say, I am quite terrified that I will not manage to keep this thing alive, but I am going to do my darndest. Hi. You like it? You like it? So tonight we're going to have a movie night. Rarely do we have a moment where we are all together and able to sit down for an extended period of time. So when we do get a chance to have anything like a movie night, we like to make it special. And one of the ways that we do that is by making sure that we have some kind of special dessert or treat to snack on while we're watching whatever it is that we are watching. I would say out of all the things that we normally make for evenings like this, caramel popcorn is probably at the top of the list. If you've ever wanted to give caramel popcorn a go, I would recommend this recipe. However, I will say that it did take me some practice. So if you end up not getting it right the first time, don't be discouraged. Practice is definitely your friend.
Why won't you say nothing at all? Just walk on by. Don't give me your love. Why won't you say nothing at all? Just walk on by. Don't give me your love. I'm tired. God knows I'm tired.
Hi.
I want you just to look at me when you walk on by. Don't give me your love. Why won't you just look at me when you walk on by? Don't give me your love.
The local, what's it called? What are you doing? You got Mama's shoes on? I see you sigh. Blake got me a my lane. Blake, I can't.